So, good evening, everybody. Those of you joining us for the first time, those of you joining me for years, welcome to the Truth Tribe. I'm Dawn Thompson. Thank you for being here. You are all perfect exactly where you are in this exact now moment. Remember, there is nothing wrong with you. Please don't let the external societal bullshit tell you something's wrong with you, because there's nothing wrong with you. And that I love you. Remember, I'm pouring hearts down upon you every time I meditate. So catch them, put your hand out and catch the love. So tonight, you're all feeling this already. Full moon fear frenzy is happening full blown, full max right now, because it is today. So I'm going to talk about it, and then I'll get into details about this actual full moon, which I've talked about the last week, is Capricorn. Right now we have a full moon. It's a super moon. So those of you who look in the sky tonight, it's going to be bigger and brighter than normal. It's closer to the earth. But it's in, let's talk about this full moon and why it's bringing a fear frenzy, okay? Capricorn, it's in the sign of Capricorn, okay? So think of it from that perspective. And being in the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn rules career, control, foundation, and lessons, okay? So the moon's sitting up in the constellation up here, in that constellation at 30 or 11 degrees today of Capricorn. And the moon, when it's full, is full of emotion, right? And full moons rule emotions, feelings, and mother energy. So that's going to come up. Emotions don't like stuck being in rules and stuck in a box, period. You all know this, right? Can't just control emotions. They don't get stuck in a box and sit there. They want to get out. The moon, this moon right now that's happening for all of you, is rattling old structure, the old structure of all of us, while it's awakening our emotional GPS of needed nurturing, okay? And so they're guaranteed emotions and control and structure to be in conflict, period. So your unhealthy rules and feelings around worth may not match, which is causing you to feel confused on how to proceed with your personal growth, okay? So then you say, well, what can I do to improve my life, Dawn, right? You all know, my friends, you all know what scares the shit out of you. Feelings. You all know what emotions or what feelings scare you. You know the topics that are your hot spots that push your buttons, and other areas that are not even a thought for you. Like you're like, other areas, I don't even think about it. And these things scare the crap out of me. Like, that's it. You must fight for your own insecurities and fill the holes within those insecurities daily with courage. Okay, so I want you guys to go inside and know yourself and stop asking for a book or a remedy or a person to fix your crap. Okay, that's what this moon is doing. It's pushing you to have a lesson to understand your emotional state, healing your body. Think of it that way. Healing your body with vitamins or plant medicine or books or knowledge are all great. You know, I promote that. But they do nothing compared to love and attention that you really need. What love did you need as a child? You personally, okay? What love did you need as a child? What love did you get deprived of? And what love is your physical body asking for now? Okay, because I guarantee your little self felt some wound, right? As a child at some point, 0 to 7 years of age, it felt a wound, and then programmed that wound into your nervous system to create a wall of protection. And some of you, that one wall of that one moment in time that you created a wall, some of you did it repeatedly, creating this wall, because that experience kept happening over and over and over. And then you repeatedly create that wall for survival. Your soul will seek a solution. I guarantee your higher self, your conscious self, your spiritual self, your soul will seek a solution if you just ask your physical body for guidance. So then your brain says, well, it can't be that simple, right? Ask your little self what it needs. Do it and don't avoid it, which sounds weird. And I'm going to get into how to do it later, right? But do not ask for, people are always asking, like, I need a remedy to fix my body and get pregnant and fix and find a boyfriend and find a friend and heal my heart and heal my mind and heal. No. Do not ask for a remedy to heal your physical body part unless you understand what emotions inside are begging for attention as well, because they go hand in hand. And if you aren't willing to see what needs emotional attention, it will always feel like you're being punished. Kind of at this point, you're giving yourself like self-punishment. If you're not agreeing to go, if there's a physical pain, it's associated with an emotional blockage that's there as well. Same with anxiety, same with depression. They will appear. This is a big one right now. Anxiety and depression will appear when your soul, your higher self, your heart, is in conflict with societal bullshit systems. Your soul has an organic GPS, and society has programmed you to shut down your natural rhythm of living. Children have a natural rhythm. They don't give a shit if they're supposed to be jumping in the mud and getting dirty or not. They just do it because it feels good. And they're living. They don't care about dirt and what people will think if they walk around with multi-level colored clothes and they look dirty and their face is covered with lollipop. They don't care. You may have been victimized at some point in childhood, right? But you overcame it. You may have been multiply victimized in some way in childhood. But what I want you guys to know is now you don't need therapy as much as you need one thing. You need to be seen. You're not a victim right now. You're simply replaying that victim memory, and then you're recreating it every time right now you think about it. This emotional release moon right now is setting you up to find a reset right now to your broken, fragmented understanding of yourself and your soul. Okay, it's asking you to find in your heart what you need to see. So you simply need to be validated. What do you need to see to be validated? What do you need to feel to be validated? You can do this like literally right now in this class, in this call, in this moment. Because I'm going to bring this up because I teach this in an IDI Academy. You can watch the videos, you can buy my video program, you can come to the IDI Academy live. I don't care how you get it. You can read Balls, my book Balls. Go to Amazon, type my name, Balls. It's in there. You want to blame your parents. Most people want to blame their parents. No, it's my parents' fault. That's where I learned it. Yes, you did learn it from them. Your parents are not the problem for those of you who had parents who only knew asshole love. Okay, they did the best they could with the limited, to many of them, no resources to show them a way out of their own repeated trauma and their own abandonment and their neglect and their constant criticism from the generation they were raised from. Your parents parented you how they knew to be parenting, because that they parented you how they were parented. And then they did the best they could without tools to change their victim patterns. So this is why I have repeatedly shared with you why you are all warriors. You in this call, anybody on this call right now, this is why you are warriors who have used your parents as vessels to incarnate at this time in space to eliminate all karmic, ancestral, generational, family, and social sickness and suffering. You are the warriors. So today, this moon is at an all-time window of funneling open your soul into this moment in time to cut, to clear, and to create your new reality. Okay? So depression, think of depression. Everybody's been so depressed and they're so worried. That's self-oppression because you're conflicting with society's telling you your soul knows what to do. Anxiety is underlying answers that are percolating from your soul. Given how much information is available on YouTube, on the internet, on anywhere, free to understand yourself nowadays. My website, a free astrology chart. Go tools, free birth chart. Oh my God, that's me. No kidding. Learn about yourself. So there's so much information right now that I get a little crazy about that topic. It's free. But what's happening is we are all experiencing our childhood trauma pain pillars, right? Wondering, you're all wondering, we're all been doing it, wondering if these me memories that I keep having and these emotions that keep bubbling up and they're percolating up are ever going to end, okay? And now you're going to be faced with asking yourself, So whose rules are these? That's what this moon is saying. Capricorn rules, emotion. Whose rules are they? When you feel it, are these my rules? Are these their rules? Until now, you used to use the phrase, I was told, so I was told I'm unworthy. So therefore I think I'm unworthy. Therefore I am unworthy. That's what you were taught, right? Because they didn't have tools. They went through suffering. They went through trauma. They went through all of it, right? And so this is no more. Now I want you to understand that the world, the planet is, if you step into, I accept only abundance and healthy love. Therefore, I am abundance and healthy love. So right now, you guys, I need you to understand it's what you accept, which is what you become. So now it's time to say, I want you to think about whatever comes up, an emotion, a place, a person, things, anything. I want you to think of this phrase, this thing, this no longer sticks. I allow it to flow through me. This no longer sticks. Allow it to flow through me, which means a pain, call it out. A friend, a foe, an anger, someone who hurts you, just say it in your mind. You are physically recalibrating, you guys, right now to your new selves. Physically. I don't care who you are on this planet. Okay. So old patterns that you used as your safe zone, they've been etched into your nervous system, right? And so your nervous system, your epigenetics, your emotional DNA are now clearing, and they're revealing all that you do not want anymore. They're going, look, remember all this? The moon right now, today, July 3rd, it's my baby's birthday. This moon is illuminating the mountaintop within your reach. Okay. You have to choose the end point. What's on that mountaintop? See yourself choosing the happiest highway to get to that life that you want at the top of that mountaintop. Choose it. Okay. So if you want to grow, you will have to see your fears, your past disappointments, and your repeating patterns at a distance. You'll have to see yourself climbing, going, I'm going here, and look down at them and look at them at a distance and literally say, you are not the boss of me anymore. I'm the boss of me. I'm the boss of the new me. And all the bullshit in the world won't matter because I'm a warrior. You get that? All the bullshit in the world, I don't care what you watch, it won't matter because you're a warrior. Your crap is surfacing in various ways, my friends, and I don't care what it is. Time delays, job losses, relationship revelations, health issues, whatever it is, right? Don't look at the specific issue appearing. It's just an alarm trying to get your attention. It's trying to stop you in your tracks. It's so loud, it gets you upset, emotions, right? Gets you frustrated, stops you in track. The emotion behind it is what's coming up for air for you to breathe life into. So how do I give you an example of this? My health is the perfect example because it's one thing that's physicality for me. I don't struggle at all with spirit. You all know this, talking to spirit, talking to the higher realm, talking to my guides, talking to God. I don't have a problem with that. That's easy. Mind, switching my minds, my beliefs around, I question it all. I override the system, but my physical body, I haven't been like just as good to it. So I've been really working on it. Okay. And so my system is hypersensitive. I'm one of those people, hypersensitive to all medication, all supplements, all things. So I had to turn to injections, supplemental injections and creams just to support their supplements that you would take as a pill or something else, but I just couldn't get them, right? Natural supplementation. And I just was doing this because we had to find another route to heal my weakened digestion that I recently had found out I had infections, right? But totally treatable, very slowly with organic natural herbs. Okay, so I found this out. I thought, okay, cool. Give me the injections of supplements to support me while I'm healing. Okay, by going, cool, give me the TLC, give me the injections, heal me. I got super frustrated, guys, because the reaction to these injections to heal my issues backfired. So I was doing something good for me and I overdid it. Didn't know I was. No one knew what was happening. It just happened because of the speed I wanted to go fast and I had to slow down. It backfired. Okay. And it created a reaction with this horrible rash that was so painful. And it was all over, right? It caused me a Herxheimer effect. If you know what I started herxing, right? I had this reaction. It was all over my breasts. It was all over my heart, my chest, my neck, the back of my head. Okay. And it represents in those energy fields of my body, my feminine self-nurturing, all the moon, right? Over my heart from heartache, over my neck, being unable to see in all different directions. So it was forcing me to put attention to those areas. So it wasn't the injections or the rash. I went out seeking solutions, and solutions created the alarm to go, can we look at the emotions associated? I was like, oh, it was the alarm prepping me for this moon to lay a new foundation and release all options that do not involve self-love of me. And I do this for a living, right? I do this for a living, but I can still forget to go to the emotional aspect and not the physical. So even if it's just sleeping a lot and nothing more, that can be the solution, but we have to do this. The moment I addressed how I felt, the emotions, and I let down, it all calmed down when I started addressing frustration. I literally felt better. The rash solution appeared and it all cleared and went away. So what I want you guys to understand is the emotions of this moon, it's so full and so super powerful that it's going to push you there, whether you like it or not. Quit thinking it's the people, the places, the thing, or your body, or the pain in your body. It's not. So painful emotions have been ruminating for most people right now, that is me as well, right? To be started and stared at, right? For their last showdown today. Not one of you are exempt for this worthiness review. You're all going through an emotional worthiness review. Ask yourself, do I deserve it? Fuck yeah, you deserve it. You deserve all of it. I don't care who you are, where you've been, what you've done. It doesn't matter, me included. We have been programmed not to love ourselves, okay? You grew up with parents who criticized you if you weren't matching their vibration of love. Well, if their vibration of love was asshole love, they wouldn't have wanted you to be happy, so they brought you down. Not intentionally. They didn't know any better. They were programmed to, with less information, less help, less support. That was their safety net for security, my friends. But when you wake up to spirit and you see that you're a part of source energy, when you realize the power that you stand in, your light that is funneling from God, universal truth light, and that you realize that you came here to manifest and choose heaven on earth. When you realize this, that every one of you on this call and get on these Truth Tribe calls are awakened warriors. I am not looking back. I've told all of you, so you can bring your friends and family on these calls, or you cannot. Join up for these reminders on my website. It's free. You all know how to get in. Get into Daisy. She sends you a reminder with all my juicy stuff in there. I'm a little bit more naughty in there, okay? So if you're feeling any self-criticism right now, you must tell your shadow beast, which I call ego, okay? No. I'm not part of your negative negotiation anymore. I'm not interested in being criticized for anything anymore. Every little thing I do now is for my highest good. Okay? What things can you do to support? Little things physically. You can do drinking water and charging it. Drink your water. I love you. Thank you for loving me. Have compassion for yourself when you made mistakes and you're like, wow, it's harder on everybody else than me. Read a book, listen to things that keep you focused on the mountain, not what you're looking at. Talk to your guides, talk to God, do your meditative journaling. Go get the meditative journal I just made. It's on my website. Realize that you are awake and awakening. Most of all, the most important thing you can do right now, I'm going to give you more tips in just a minute. The most important thing you can do right now is be present. Okay? Be present. Being present changes your entire game because it's your self-check, right? It's your current self-check of, am I here right now for this experience or what I'm feeling or the pain I'm having or the thought I'm having? Because what happens is your self-check, you immediately take your intention the second you're now into the 5D. You go onto the grid, you dump out the coins that I've set you off up there, or you dump out a bucket of coins on the grid, you go on with your day, and then you walk around in this 3D room, put your hand out, receive the blessings, because you're already one with the grid, you're already one with the coins, you're already one with abundance. But many of you are struggling because when you choose light, you ready for this one? You will have to release some darkness. And some of the darkness, you ready? Looks like friends, looks like family, it looks like environments, it looks like social constructs, it looks like things you've done in your past that people told you were a bad person for, which they're total bullshit because they're just as guilty. Theirs just isn't visual and yours might be. So you have to release some of these belief systems that do not have an interest in your higher life, because you've chosen this, and a lot of this doesn't want to go with you. People, places, and things. So leaving what you know back there is like a salmon swimming upstream. Okay, it feels all wrong by default. It feels wrong going the wrong direction, right? It just feels wrong. And most humans wait for change until it gets really bad. And then they're like, okay, fine. This hurts so bad. And until it hurts so bad for us to look at ourselves and for us to be present for what we are repeating from the past, you were taught that, right? Now imagine a whole world feeling pain all at once, which is what's happening. You're watching it, okay? And they're all shifting together. The same pain you're feeling, everyone's feeling it right now. This moon is affecting everyone on the planet, right? Now you understand why you are where we are, why you are where you are, and why everyone is where they are on the planet, being forced to shift to a higher consciousness and look down and go, no, thanks. So think about it this way. If you teach a child to build a house from birth, that child doesn't need to go to school. It's simply just being itself with its nervous system knowingness, right? Of knowing how to build a house. When it grows up, just knows what to do. You don't need to teach it. If you teach a child how to cook, how to clean, how to survive, how to live, how to express itself, how to talk about his emotions and not be afraid of them, how to garden, how to do everything in life from birth, it doesn't need to rely on anyone. We have taken that away from ourselves. And my answer is, you're all warriors. Knock it up. Go figure out what you need and do it now. Reparent yourself to that level because it's free. You are doing all that you've been doing for this moment in time, right? But you too are that person that you are swimming upstream. What you are doing with your upstream pain, your nervous system has built and worked through unhealthy love, right? So if you've been building unhealthy love up till now, until you swim against the nervous system current of negativity, right? I want you to think about that's what you've been doing, is creating this negativity in your life because you didn't know any better. Now all of a sudden Dawn said, you don't have to do that anymore. Just go to where you want. And it's going to feel uncomfortable to your entire being. Thinking positive with a narrow mind won't do shit for you, which is why you have to be firm with your higher truth and be willing not to negotiate it. Unwilling, I should say, not to negotiate it. You can't be willing to negotiate with anyone is what I meant, right? Be present with yourself, your self-love regime. You make this regimen about daily self-love. What is it? And then anything that isn't that, say no thank you to all that doesn't make you feel that thing that you want in this now present moment. Okay, so don't get me wrong. You will have to address emotions that are in need of validation. Okay, you will. But you must take physical action to correct course on your own reality. Okay, so thus engaging or disengaging with old world or seeking your new one. So you got to let go of this old one and seek upstream. The upstream may seem uncomfortable because it's all new, but you know where you're going. Okay, so here's your 3 tips. All right, your 3 tips for the coming months. And I cannot be more clear, almost the next 6 months until we get a full on, we're going into the, almost all the planets are going to go back into retrograde, not to hurt you, but to get you to reflect and go deep. Okay. To expedite your growth. These are the 3 things I want you to focus on. Okay. When a pain shows up physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I don't care what it is. I want you to say to yourself, this pain or person no longer sticks. I allow it to flow through me. Write that down. This pain or person no longer sticks. I allow it to flow through me. Number 2, I love my little me, how I needed to be loved now. So how your little you needed to be loved when you were a small child and you didn't get it because they didn't know any better, not their fault. How I needed to be loved when I was little. I love my little me now, how I needed to be loved then. Okay, so think of it. I want you to think, I will protect little me by being present in every situation that I feel anxiety. And from now on, I simply say, look down to yourself, see little you, I got you. Hold your little hand and literally in your head or say it out loud. Okay, that's all you got to do. You ready? Number 3, I am the boss of me. I choose this for me. I got you. Repeat again. I am the boss of me. I choose this for me, whatever this is. That's why I'm putting, I choose this for me. I choose abundance. I choose financial freedom. I choose friendships. I choose security. I choose peace. I got this. I got you. And you're holding little you's hand. So you're back to this fragmented part of you that's left out there somewhere. Bring it back in and choose to parent you the way you needed to be parented. They didn't know how. That is not on them. Does that make sense? Okay. Planetary update. I brought this up to you last week. I'm going to bring it up one more time because today we are in this full-blown full moon. Go outside. We're going to talk about burning in a second. This Capricorn full moon is today on July 3rd. It's bringing you both challenges and rewards that I started the beginning of the call with. The universe is encouraging you, my friends, to do hard things, but also it's going to promise you if you pick the hard thing that you let go of, you will be pleasantly rewarded for when you do. This Capricorn full moon is the perfect opportunity to find discipline in achieving the goals because the universe is so on your side. Capricorn full moon can also help you illuminate what's no longer, because think of a full moon. Full moon's about closure, okay? And so think about when you go outside in the dark. Tonight, when you go out, you're going to see how lit up the super moon is, so it won't feel dark out. It's going to be like you can see everything. So all the things you couldn't see within yourself, all of a sudden are going to come up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that before. I never forgot about that memory. I forgot about that belief. I forgot about that thought. It's going to illuminate what is no longer working in our lives, giving us the opportunity to step up and then take responsibility for it and go, no, I'm the boss of me. I got you. Let's go. Okay. So it can be challenging to confront what's no longer working or supporting you because sometimes, you know, it's going to require you to own the situation that you keep walking into or own the situation that you're not accessing or that you keep, you know, accompanying or giving access of your energy to. Okay. When you address the role you've been playing, that's when you're going to find the courage to turn things around and live a lot closer to where you want to go. So if you use the power of this full moon, my friends, okay, it's going to guide you to overcome obstacles, face up to challenges, and reach the top of whatever mountain that you wish to climb. So today, I know I asked a couple times ago for you to burn or to bury your intentions. What I suggest to all of you is to burn your intentions tonight under this moon. You have plenty of time to do it. You can even do it tomorrow, but get a sticky note out, get a piece of paper out, get a little bowl, get a little cup, whatever it is, just don't make a mess and burn them in the cup. Write down what you want to let go of and write down what you want to create in this light, okay? Write it, then you're going to burn it, then you're going to release it, okay? I posted this on my Instagram and Facebook yesterday, how to do it. There's a picture of it. So if you want to go see physically picture of how I do it, there you go, okay? as soon as you're done burning, right, what I want to let go of and what I want to start building, okay, write it down on these notes. You can write 20 of them. I don't care what you do. You can write one of them, tiny words. I don't care what you write. Then I want you to recite these words as soon as you're done burning them, okay, under the full moon. So powerful. My husband and I did it this morning, okay? So I want you to write this down. Thank you for the lessons. We are done. Thank you for the blessings. Bring it on. Okay, write it again. Write it, burn it, release it. You know, when they're gone, it's done burning. I want you to say, thank you for the lessons. We are done. Thank you for the blessings. Bring it on. Okay, everybody tap your thymus here. Your nervous system right here on this moon. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. Remember, become who you want to become. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. Okay. Your challenge. What fears keep ruminating in my mind that I can boss out of me? That is your current challenge for the next few weeks. What fears keep ruminating in my mind? Oh my God, what if I do it again? Oh my God, what if I go back? What if they catch me? What if they do that to me again? What if they don't like me? What if they judge me? What if they criticize me? What if they abandon me? And you can go, I'm the boss of me. I don't give a crap what happens. I'm going to do for me. And that's the better life I want. I'm going. And do not negotiate. What is it that what fears keep ruminating in my mind that I can boss out of me? Okay, I'm going to open up Q&A. Some questions have been coming in. So I'll answer them as we go. So those of you who do have more questions, let me know. Let's see. So the question I want tonight is, who can share how they want to reparent or nurture their inner child and how it's appearing for them? Like, I want you guys to open up to questions to me. Go ahead and show them in the Zoom. How do you address that fear, right? So how can you see where you need to reparent a part of yourself? For me, it was frustration, right? And so I was always frustrated instead of just going, this is what I'm going to do for me. And I'm not good at that. It's just picking me. Okay, so someone says neglect. How do you reparent yourself into neglect? It's beautiful, right? So she's not neglected, she's neglecting herself. And so how do you reparent yourself to go, I got you, little one. I'm the boss of me and I got this. Game on. So when someone says, what happens when we realize we hadn't passed some of those very life skills down to our children who are now older because we didn't know either? Okay, well said. So what did I just tell you? I said, don't blame your parents. They didn't know any better. So every one of you who just thought the same thing, oh my God, did I hurt my children? They chose you to come through and break as well as what you broke your ancestral, generational, karmic timelines and past life energies and destruction, traumas. They're breaking them for you too. So you changing you doesn't change behind you only and only you. It changes everyone in your energetic field. So if you have children, it changes for them. It may not be immediately in your eyesight, but watch it. It will change. So you changing you changes it all. It doesn't just change it for your family behind you of the generations and your ancestors. Okay. It changes everyone around you in every generation, in every direction of time, by fixing you and healing those fears. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. Cool. All right. Let's see what else is coming up for you guys. Keep throwing the questions in here, guys. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes. Let's see. This one says, how do you forget parents or adults who harmed you or hurt you? How do you forget them? So I'm not telling you to forget them. Okay. So I'm sorry. How do you forgive parents or adults who harmed you or hurt you? Okay. So here's the thing. You don't need to physically walk up to these people, no matter what the harm was or neglect was, because some of it was probably horrific for some people. I get it. No, I'm not going to debate any of this with you. What I'm debating is you get to choose right now, and right now is the universe behind you going, you can have the best life you've ever had. I don't care who you are. So you don't need to forgive them in person, but you have to forgive them in your heart. And more importantly than forgiving them, you have to forgive yourself. This goes to the person just asked, how do I release not knowing? You have to forgive yourself for not knowing any better, because you know now. You know now that you can forgive yourself that I didn't know any better, but now I know I can pick what I want. I can nurture me. I can reparent me. I can care for me. And I can say, this is what I want. And it may be weird to everybody in their trauma, hamster wheel state, but you can still pick you in love and light and courage and truth now. And I don't give a shit what your history looks like, from addiction to poor choices and abuse and incarceration to, I don't care what it is. I'm looking at some of the stuff that society like judges people on, right? Like, oh, fuck off. Give me a break. You all have all done unscrupulous things that you haven't told anyone about. Everyone has. They might even just be your thoughts. So, and again, I tell people, I don't care where you came from, what you learned, where it went. Today can be your day to break out of this crap and go, you know what? I'm going to choose a bigger me, and I'm going to reparent little me along the way and keep saying, I'm the boss of me. So I get to choose what is the most loving thing and choice I can make for me now. So next question that just came in. What if there are a lot of different challenges in childhood and we don't know which one to tackle first? There might have been 1 or 5. How do we prioritize it? Okay. So y'all ready for this one? This is actually another great question. And the answer to this is very simple. They're all the same. They all point back to one moment in time that was etched into your nervous system, the first wound you experienced. They're all the same. You're just reenacting them in multiple experiences, in multiple ways, in multiple times with your parents that kept going. So what do you prioritize? The first one. Okay, let's fix this right now. All of you on this call, close your eyes. Okay. Everybody on this call, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to go to find any pain in your body or emotional pain. If you're feeling anxiety or depression, that's an emotional pain, okay? Or physical pain in your body right now. I want you to go to that pain. Think about it, okay? Now I want you to tell me, what does that pain make you feel right now? It can be an emotion, whatever emotion makes me feel frustrated, angry, pissed off, scared. I mean, all overwhelmed, whatever it is, pick the emotion that's coming up from that pain. Okay. Keep your eyes closed from whatever that pain is telling you. You're going to say, what are you trying to tell me, pain? And then feel the emotion. Okay. Whatever emotion comes up for you, everybody pick that word, pick the emotion that you're feeling. Now, ready? Now, as you're sitting there with that emotional state, okay, I'm going to pick the word frustration. Someone else picked a neglect, whatever it is. Now I want you all in your mind, close your eyes, go to the first time as a child that you felt that same painful emotion. And everybody put your hand up or make a comment, yes, or whatever, just in the chat or wherever, when you know that you can remember that first memory as a child when you felt that one painful emotion. Okay? All of you, cool, you've raised your hands, awesome. That is where your nourishing needs to happen for your inner child. That's the emotion that happens over and over and over and over and over and over again, but you keep reenacting it in different environments for 50, 60, 70, some of you the whole lifetime. Some of you are young for 20 years. Disappointment. Do you all get this? It's one emotion that happened. Abandonment. They're going to leave me. So you put up this wall constantly, stopping people from even being able to help you and support you because you won't even let them help you. You can't receive because you have this emotion of they're gonna leave. I'm gonna be left. They're gonna take it from me. So you never let anyone give to you. There's all these emotions. It's one emotion that you experienced the first time you felt when you were a child. It was probably between 5 and maybe 3 and 7 years of age. Sometimes it's at 1 or 2, but it's so early, a lot of people have a hard time remembering that. So typically it's from like 3 to 7 years of age. That's the first memory you have of that emotion. And someone says, which one do I tackle first? That's the only one you tackle at all times. And watch what happens when you feel that emotion coming up. You imagine little you, grab their hand. I put my little me on my hip. I'm like, I got you. I'm the boss of me. Let's go. I got this. And you know exactly what to do that you want in that now moment. Sometimes it's to make a big purchase. And you're like, no, I shouldn't do it. You're not enough. You don't deserve it. That's what I want to know. What are things that you're fearing doing because of that little you that fears with the emotional block you have coming up? Anybody want to comment on that in the Q&A? I'm going to give you like 4 or 5 more minutes here because you guys are real quiet tonight. I know it's a holiday. Thank you for coming on the holiday, saying what I want to my siblings. Here's the whole point. See, this is a person who wants to be not neglected anymore and wants to be heard. And instead they're trying to say to others, hear me, instead of hearing herself. This is a perfect example. We have to stop wanting others to give us what we needed ourselves. No one knew, even your parents. So all you have to do is walk out and go, if I had to say what I wanted to say to them, how could I say that to myself? What is it that I want? Do I deserve $5 million? You do deserve $5 million. You want to know the only thing that's blocking every single human on this call from $5 million? All these things blocking you, telling you you're not enough, you're not worth it, and you don't deserve it. So when you remove all those things, they resemble people, places, things, and experiences and beliefs. When you remove all of those from you, that means you're going to have to walk into a new reality. You have to become everything that represents $5 million. And I don't mean physically dress it, live it. I mean, you can be the millionaire next door. If you haven't read that book, it's an amazing book. Nobody needs to know what you have, but if you need to feel the security of $5 million, you need to act as if you are $5 million and stop hanging out with, people who lower your vibration, who take advantage of you, who treat you like a doormat, who bring you into their addictions because they don't want to change and you do. And I'm not saying things that you do are bad for you. I'm just saying things that keep you from the $5 million or the healthy life, or having to tell everybody what you need when you don't give a shit if they know or not. Go give it to yourself and live in that higher realm, that mountaintop. Make sense? You guys, all right. Well, then clearly I did a good job tonight. Yep, and yep, I did a good job. Okay, you guys. So again, this will all be saved, so you can listen to this on the podcast if you want to go re-listen. Or you can go and rewatch this again on the replay if you have someone who could use this right now. I cannot negotiate another emotional state for me to say, I will not negotiate what I want to do from this point forward in my life. And so I have to be very firm with that. I'm going to tell you all, you're going to be in the same state. So pick big, pick abundant, pick the best life for you. And don't worry about explaining it to anyone. Don't worry about sharing it with anyone. Just pick it and go get it, you guys. You deserve this. It's your turn. You guys are my warriors. Your warriors are all around you, or else you wouldn't be here. Okay? So remember to go get on the Daisy IDI updates. I'll put you in the reminders of the Truth Tribes. I know I screwed up some of the Truth Tribe reminders, but if you didn't, just re-sign in. It's okay. It'll just send it to you again. Write your intentions and burn them. Remember your new phrase when you're burning them. Okay. Thank you for the lessons. We are done. Thank you for the blessings. Bring it on. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, Ted, thank you for joining us. I'm so happy you're here. We had a new person join tonight. I was so excited to see him. I'm so happy. Everybody tell Ted, send him your love, dump hearts on him, tell him we love him. We all love you for being here. So, remember to write your intentions and burn them or release them under this full moon. And remember to go get your IDI meditation journal on Amazon. I just published it. Just type my name in, IDI meditation journal. It'll come up. You'll see me. And start talking to spirit and writing your intentions daily. Figure this out for yourself, you guys. You've got this. I've got you. You guys, happy 4th of July. Don't take shit from society. Don't take shit from the social norms. It's time to break out of the boxes and start living your best life without explaining a damn thing of what you're doing. You deserve it. I love you all. Brightest blessings. I'll see you in a week. Take care.